right, and we're live. Hello, everyone, and shout out to each and every one of you. And thank you guys so much for tuning in to Girl Sighren right here on the Sighren Speak Show. Hello. Hey, y'all. Happy Wednesday, y'all. It is actually Wednesday, honey. Yes. All right, hold up. Let me fix my little chur. All right, and let me fix y'all, okay? I hope you guys are doing rather swell, okay? And thank you guys so much for tuning in, all right? So, y'all, listen, we're going to have a really good time tonight. We have a lot that we're going to be talking about. And shout out to y'all with y'all little messages, honey, okay? Listen, y'all, I don't know if I'm not being clear, okay? Hopefully I am. But I don't know if I'm not being clear on the messages, because what y'all be saying to me after, I go live, and I know a lot of you catch my live after I go live, okay? I get it. I understand it. I know, right? A lot of you catch my live later on throughout the week. Maybe you're at work or your lunch break or whatever it may be, y'all catching a live after your girl go live. So I understand that. But you guys, definitely come back with some questions. And of course, I'm always going to entertain your questions, right? And that's what I'm here to do, to answer your questions and to give you guys the clarity, that you seek, right? So yes, shout out to each and every one of you. Y'all, listen, my hair is going through a metamorphosis. Okay, so y'all just be patient with your girl's hair. All right. I haven't washed it. It's doing its own thing, and I'm just letting it. Okay. So yes, y'all, we're going to be talking about, let me pull up the topics of what it is that we're going to be talking about, y'all, because I didn't do so. But I definitely tuned into a lot of you who are messaging me. For those of you who feel like you want to message me, because I don't know why YouTube is not allowing my messages to come through. I am not seeing you guys' comments. If you are leaving comments, even on the vlog, a lot of you will message me and be like, Sighren, I messaged you, but you didn't say anything. And, a lot of you will either text me or message me, either comments or things in regards to the vlog. And y'all, please let's just keep it going, okay? Let's just keep going with the flow of it all, because I don't know what's going on or why it is YouTube is not allowing my comments. Y'all, when you vibrate this high, honey, you're going to have some issues, okay? They're not going to make it easy for you to get it through, right? So it is what it is on that. Hold on, y'all. Let me find the topic, okay, of what it is that we're going to be talking about, okay? So you don't have to settle. Oh, listen, y'all, with these messages, what you guys are messaging me about, y'all, okay, I was like, oh my God, are we going to have to do a therapy session on YouTube? What is going on? We're going to have to do some therapy over here, y'all, especially when it comes to relationships. Y'all, your girl got to get y'all right on together, okay? Because y'all asked me some questions. I was like, are y'all okay? Who's been influencing y'all? Why would you think that way? Or why would you think like this? All right. So y'all go ahead and give this video a big old fat thumbs up as you tune up into the building. You guys know that helps with the algorithm, and it lets YouTube and it lets technology know that you really do care about what it is Sighren has to say. And, you really do appreciate the fact that she take time out of her busy, fabulous life to come on here and discuss with y'all what it is you guys really want to know. Because Sigren's got a man at home, okay? I am happily, okay, married, you guys, still in love with my husband, and I have some great friends, and I have my gyms, okay? My life is just doing what the it needs to do, okay? Sighren is not like floating high with it, but I keep my head above water, okay? Catching the wave when I can, all right? Honey, Sighren just figured out a way to, just smile through it, okay? When it comes to old life. So we're going to be talking about that. Signs you're emotionally unavailable, because a lot of you are emotionally unavailable, okay? And foods for the soul in the detox era, the need for us to detox. So y'all know we split these lives up, you guys, into two sections where we talk about our health, okay? Mental, emotional, physical, okay, financial. We talk about our health, and we talk about the spiritual side of everything, your spiritual body, your physical body. And then we go over into relationships where we discuss, your significant other, your boo, your bae, your friendships, your connections with family members, whatever it is. We're looking at that seventh house energy, which is the house of partnerships, okay? And when it comes to the house of partnerships, that can be anybody outside of yourself. It can be you and your pet, you and your best friend, you and your significant other, you and your brother, you and your mama, you and your coworkers, you and your supervisor, whomever it may be, you and the damn cashier at Walmart when you went to get that bread, okay? Whatever it may be, it's you and someone outside of yourself. That is your seventh house, okay? So let's go ahead and discuss that first. Y'all know we like to talk about, the spiritual side of things. You guys, we need to take care of ourselves. We need our mental health stronger. We need our physical health stronger. We just need a lot of stuff, a lot stronger when it comes to our life, because we have little to no nutrition in the foods, you guys. So we have to find resources out here. And if the food is not the best, okay, allegedly, the food may not be the best. I don't care if you are going to the grocery store and you're like, listen, I'm buying fruits, I'm buying vegetables, listen, y'all, when it comes to this food that we have out here, a lot of it may possibly be GMO, okay? For those of you who watch my vlogs, first of all, shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all. I really, truly do. Okay. Thank you for watching my vlogs. Thank you for liking them, y'all, because, technology, or I don't want to say technology, but YouTube, we have a crazy relationship. Me and YouTube just, we clash a lot, right? And it takes a lot for me to come on any platform, to try to get messages out, to try to heal. When it comes to my blog, I talk a lot about my personal life. I talk a lot about the behind the scenes things, spiritual things that I do, the way that I heal, the way that I detox, the foods that I eat, where I buy my foods from. Like, I give you guys a lot of behind the scene things so that you can see it, as opposed to coming over here and just hearing me talk about a lot of this stuff. So shout out to those of you who check out the vlogs. I really, truly appreciate it. If you haven't, make sure you subscribe to the channel by now. Like, you've been watching all this time. Now, I know y'all watch it because the views, the analytics gonna tell it. YouTube may not report it, okay? And they say, oh, we're aware we have problems with the view count and the likes and all. We get, okay, but I know people are watching, okay? So shout out to y'all. So we're going to discuss the foods for the soul, you guys, and the detox era, and the need for us to detox, okay? The need for us to do certain things that will allow us to get a better mind state, you guys. I think right now, I think mental health is the new money, okay? At this point right here, mental health is the new money. So it's kind of like your wealth is based on where you are mentally. Right. And for those of you who get consultations with me, those of you who do counseling sessions with me, we have a lot of discussions. It depends on the level you are with me, because a lot of you are at different levels. But we go very much so in detail in regards to what's going on, in here. Right. And how to deal with in here with everything that's going on out there. So we definitely, need to make sure that we're eating the right foods, you guys, okay? And when I say eat the right foods, it's a lot out here trying to go to the grocery store, because a lot of you are like, well, Sighren, where do I buy my food? We want to try to buy from the most healthiest resources. For me, I try to go to different farmers markets to get foods from people who grow, the food on themselves, smaller farmers markets. We're not talking about the big farmers markets, okay? Because the big farmers market is just like Whole Food, if you ask me, okay? The big farmers markets sell the same thing that Whole Foods sell, and we know that they may have there's a possibility they may have sold out, okay? At the end of the day, it's a business, right? And long as the money coming in, everything is all good, okay? So we definitely want to make sure that we're going to, maybe the ma and pa, they may have some carrots, they may have some peas, okay? They may have some some potatoes, things of that nature, your salads. All right. So we want to try maybe those ma and pa type of farmers markets. Now, I know it's very rare for you to find them, and it may be hard for you to find them, but they are out there. You can Google and see where they are. Okay. And a lot of them here, especially, they have like little shacks, where they have those stores that they're creating. So it's really about tuning into eating the right foods, you guys, because when it comes to foods, okay, we're looking at the outside world and we're seeing the alleged war, okay? Remember, I always tell you guys, whatever you see on the outside is taking place on the inside. So there is a war within you that is taking place as well. Okay, if there's no war on the inside, there's no war on the outside. So the battle we need to focus on is the war on the inside. And I personally believe it's connected to our food source. It's connected to our water source. Okay, it is connected to a lot of things that we are taking and willingly putting inside of us, you guys. We're willingly eating these things because we're not doing the research. We're not looking at the back of the cans, or we're not looking at the back of the packages. I went to the grocery store, you guys. That's why I say, for those of you who check out my vlogs, you get a lot of this behind the scenes stuff. And majority of, I would have to say 80 to 90% of the food came from outside countries. Now, if you look at it, a lot of these countries are countries that we are at war with. We don't mess with them is what they say and what they tell us, but all our food come from over there. What do you think they're doing with the food? We're eating shrimps that are created in a lab and raised in a farm. Do your own research, okay? We're eating foods that are coming from what we know as the enemy. So, of course, you guys, we have to make sure that we are looking at what it is that we're doing when it comes to our food, when it comes to what we're eating, when it comes to what we're putting in our bodies, because that is what is affecting a lot of our mental health. That is what's affecting, a lot of our, hold on. That is what is affecting, you guys, a lot of our, not just our mental health, but our physical health. Now let me tell y'all something. For a while, okay? Y'all, hold on, let me take this one off because that one came off, okay? Oh, yeah. Oh, Lord Jesus. My lash came off, y'all. But the glue was acting all funny anyway. But y'all know your girl is all like glistened up, so it's just like, them things not gonna stay on, not on this skin. It'd be hard for me to keep them on. But okay, so we're talking about health. All right. So, you guys, we're looking at all of these foods that are coming from these places that we know, or that they're telling us this is the enemy, we're having a hard time with them, but these are the people that are putting the food on our table, you guys. When they look at all of our shrimp, when they look at all of our fish, when it looks at all of our meats, when it looks at all of our cheese, it's coming from China, you know what I'm saying? It's coming from all of these other outside sources as opposed to us. And then we're taking this food and we're eating it. If you look at all of our fruits, you guys, it either comes from Mexico or it comes from China. Like, none of this food, is coming from here. And it's so crazy because I look at the commercials on TV and, I'm here in Texas and it's like, oh yeah, Texas, we have our own, farms, and it goes straight from farm to the market, like from the farm to the supermarket. Oh, we have all of these farms. And I'm like, everything I see that I pick up comes from Mexico, mainly, or China. I haven't seen anything that was made right here in Texas. So I don't know where all of these commercials and stuff are coming from. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's just a little crazy. You say it's y'all got all this stuff coming from here, but I don't see anything coming from Texas, but I see y'all name on stuff. So, yes, I thought that thing came, damn, I thought I had it, y'all. I don't have it up here. But anywho, so we got to make sure that we checking the food, y'all. We got to make sure that we're checking the food sources. You know how many of you that I talk to and you say, well, Sighren, I feel like I'm eating healthy, but I just don't feel like I'm getting energy. I feel tired. Even though I'm eating healthy, I'm eating better. I'm eating what I consider to be lighter. Now you got to think about that. If we're eating better, you're eating healthier, okay, but your body is still feeling very tired and your body is feeling very dense. What do you think is going on? Now we have to look at what it is that you're eating, what it is that you're putting inside of your body, and why is it that you are feeling this way after doing the right thing. I myself went through this same journey, y'all. I myself was like, okay, I've been on one meal a day for like 5 years. For about 5 years, but still my weight is still fluctuating. Now, granted, I do have, I don't like to claim it like that, but I did have, health issues that was contributing towards weight gain, okay? And it was contributing towards maybe, depression or just feeling low. I struggled tremendously with low iron. I'm finding so many people are struggling with low iron. Okay, now Sighren, feel like because we are in a more dense, I feel like the fifth dimension was a very dense, dimension. I feel like 5D was very dense. We went from 3D to 5D, right? And 5D was very dense. It was very heavy. A lot of us, I don't know if it's you, but if it is you, you can say something in the comments, you guys. We started to experience edema where maybe your feet started to swell. You may notice your feet start to swell, or you may notice if your hands may start to swell, or when you wake up, you feel extra heavy for a little bit. And then, you kind of bring yourself down after a few minutes. But when you first wake up and step out that bed, you just feel like you got bricks tied to your ankles and legs and things of that nature. It's because of where we were in the galaxy, okay? We have been moving, we have been, shifting through into different dimensions and different aspects of the galaxy. So it was causing a lot of health issues. And as we move through those dimensions and those frequencies, you guys, we have to make sure, this is why I say it is important for us to know, but they're not gonna let us know. But you can find out. Okay, if you work with old Sighren, get you some spiritual candies, right? You can find out where you are, what dimension you're in, what frequency you're vibrating towards, and things of that nature. And that way you can know what habits you need to inherit so that you can sustain these different, as we move in and out of different energies and different dimensions. So they won't let you know, but you'll know if you listen to your body. Your body will tell you everything. Right? As we move and shift through the fifth dimension, you guys, telekinesis, telepathy, a lot of spiritual gifts start to come online. So a lot of us start to get activated with these spiritual gifts. You start thinking about somebody and next thing you know, they call. You know what I'm saying? Or you start thinking about something, your manifestation gifts start to kick in like this. So there's a lot of things that we deal with as we go through these shifts, as we move through these energies, you guys, and you need to know exactly where you are and what it is that's going on with you, because what I'm noticing is that a lot of people are experiencing these symptoms, but they're going to get help, from their medical doctors. Okay, granted, go to your doctor, go to your GP, make sure you get checked out, right? But you also need to take a holistic approach, and you also need some sort of spiritual mentor or spiritual advisor, okay, that can also look into your aura, that can also look into your macabre and also look at you from a spiritual perspective to see what is happening. Because as we go through these different energies, you guys, there's always outside forces waiting. It's like they the bullies at the park and they just waiting for the new kids on the block to come through. And they're going to spiritually bully you, your finances, your love life, your health, your mental health. They're going to bully you if you don't know better. Okay, so you really need to know how to protect yourself, how to shield yourself, how to maintain your frequency, how to raise your vibration, how to seal your vibration. Okay, there are so many different things that you can do. And eating what you eat, you guys, we cannot afford with the dimension that we're in right now. We cannot afford to be eating pig feet and hot sausage. Okay, we cannot afford to be eating the way that we used to back in the day, y'all. We can't. I'm sorry. It's not gonna happen. We have to make sure we change the way that we eat. We have to make sure that we step into this lighter version of our body. Our bodies are changing. Okay, we are trying to shift into what they call a crystalline body. And with this crystalline body, you cannot eat the way that you used to be able to eat. So a lot of you really need to tune into better eating habits. Okay. We're going to be doing like some classes, you guys. Okay, I'm going to be doing some more seminars, some more online seminars. Some of these seminars will be just, voluntary free, where we're just going to give back as a part of the Spiritual Candies mission. We're going to be doing some free seminars, so you guys can sign up for those. And then we're also going to be doing some seminars where you will have to pay for that, information and stuff like that. So as a part of the Spiritual Candies mission, I've decided to incorporate some seminars that are going to be, zero. Okay, $0. All you have to do is sign up. That's it. And you can get the tea and you can get the knowledge from that seminar. All right. So, yes. Now, what are we going to be talking about when it comes to this food? You got to make sure that you're drinking a healthy water, you guys. If you feel like, okay, Sighren, like I just don't have the coin, for no expensive, and it's not really expensive, but it's about healthy water. It's about the best water that you can possibly get. That's what I'm saying. I would recommend that, if you have any type of gemstones, like maybe clear quartz, okay, you can charge your water with that. I will also recommend activating your water, y'all. You can activate your water. You can program your water. I like to take my water bottle and I like to write words, on the water bottle, because the water is going to pick up, it holds memory and it picks up, it's very absorbing. So it's going to pick up that energy. So you can write words like happy, you know what I'm saying? Love, right? I wouldn't recommend y'all writing words like money, new car, you know what I'm saying? Please try to stray away from the material side of things, okay? Mental health, clarity, truth, insight, purification, maybe you want to detox your mind, things of that nature. You want to detox, things of that nature, you guys, all right? Learn how to program your water. That way you can get the best water, that you can possibly get by just programming it and taking in those energies and things of that nature, okay? So that's a way that you can increase the vibration of the low vibrational water that they're giving us, y'all. Okay. So foods that we can eat, you guys, like I say, honestly, we don't have the best food to choose from. Even with us going to like Whole Foods and things of that nature, you guys, with them and all the chemtrails and stuff in the air, all that poison just eventually falls on top of the crop. Anyway, the soil is not the best because of what's going on underneath the ground with them building all of these allegedly, with them building all of those cities and things underneath us, okay, trying to get away, trying to escape something that they're not going to escape. Why are they trying? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. But trying to escape and trying to get away and just not realizing it ain't working, you ain't going nowhere. There's nowhere for you to go. It's just funny watching them. But, with everything that they're building underneath us, that is affecting the soil. So now our soil underneath us is now, allegedly spoiled, shall I say. And when we start to grow our crops from it, we're having to consume crops that come from this soil that has been receiving all of the toxins from everything that they're doing, okay, up underneath us, because we think that nothing is going on up underneath us. And they keep us looking up at the sky as if everything is going on up in the sky. No, absolutely not. Not only in that alleged sky, okay, which for me, Sighren, the sky is a mirror, okay? To me, when I look at the night sky, you're looking at black. So anytime you have this, remember this is a mirror, right? So anytime you have that black screen, so when you go outside at night and you look at the sky and you see that black screen, it is a mirror. What is it reflecting back to you? What is that mirror reflecting back to you? Stars, okay? Which is what you are, stardust. You're made from stardust. You guys are the stars, okay? You are literally the stars, okay? And you're looking at gods because you're looking at stars and you're looking at constellations and things of that nature, all of these gods. This is where you are. This is where your energy is. It is just reflecting it back to you when you look up in that dark mirror, okay, that black mirror, and it reflects back to you what it is that you're looking at. So we got to make sure, you guys, that, we're kind of staying on top of our energy, staying on top of our frequency, knowing the truth, right? Not allowing them to tell you or make you read that you're a nobody, okay, or that you don't matter, because you do. You really, truly do. All right. Like I said, so eating lighter foods, I always tell my husband, pick the least of the poison. That's all we can do at this time. If everything is poison, pick the least of the poison. And that's what it is you need to consume. You need to know how to cleanse your food. For those of you who watch my vlogs, I show you how to cleanse your food, the best way to increase the vibration of it, how to purify your water, how to program your water. Honestly, Sighren, okay, believe that there has not only been a change of guards, okay, but there have been a change of gods, okay. And what I mean in that is the alcohol. For those of you who are consuming alcohol, there has been a change allegedly, okay, according to Sighren and my little old crazy self, there has been a change of the spirits, okay, that they place inside of the alcohol. The old spirits are gone. There are new spirits that are being new spirits that are being incorporated in the alcohol. So when we have the wine and we have the spirits, you guys, I don't know who or what these spirits are, but to me, they seem to be some sort of little crackhead spirits, more like a gin, type of vibe. And when I say crackhead, I mean like very, very, very low vibrational. I don't feel like the spirits that they're placing inside of the alcohol is able to possess people the way that, you used to be able to drink a cup of Henny and you get lit, like you toasted, okay? You know what I'm saying? Now people are drinking 5, 6, 7 cups. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, child, what? They having 5, 6, 7 cups and they're still able to drive home. I'm like, my goodness gracious, like, so I think that there has been a change, of the spirits that are going inside of the alcohol. That is something that, like I said, do your own research and you'll see, according to your vibration. Because I realized that some people can't, they be like, Sighren, I was trying to look for, how did you find that? And I realized that certain people can't find certain things. Remember, it's like you have certain levels, right? And wherever your frequency is, that's the energy of information that you will be able to access. So, a lot of times I'll do my research and I'll screenshot and I'll send it to people and they're like, wow, like it does not pop up in my phone at all. And I'm like, ooh, child, okay, I get it. So yeah, you can do your own research, you guys, and see that there's a change of the spirits, okay, that are inside of the alcohol. Which is why I feel like I personally, okay, this is just Sighren speaking on the Sighren Speak show. This is why I feel like, Diddy and Jay-Z them and all them having them issues with their alcohol. You know what I'm saying? With them having them issues with selling the alcohol, because I feel like they feel like, why did y'all change the spirits? You know what I'm saying? It's not selling the way it used to and all of that stuff. So it's like everybody alcohol brand seems to be doing way less. You had K. Michelle, remember she had that Jack Daniels and the peach and all that stuff I think she was doing. And all of these folk that were introducing all of these alcohol, they all had alcohol brands, and now all of them are starting to flop with the change of the spirits that are inside of the alcohol. So a lot of them are, very much so perturbed. You know what I'm saying? They pissed off. They pissed off. Maybe that wasn't in a contract. I don't know. So, yes, you guys, talking about these foods that we're eating, really eating according to your blood type. I tell you guys the importance of that. Shout out to those of you who are doing that. Shout out to those of you who know your blood type, who went and got your blood type done. If you guys want to survive this 2026 and forward, y'all, you're going to have to do the work. It's like we got to come out of that lazy era. We got to come out of that waiting around. What you waiting for? Okay. People are popping up with the big C left and right, y'all. It's everywhere now. It is coming out of nowhere and it is everywhere. Like it don't even got to be in your family no more. Like, remember, it was like, oh, what my dad had or my granddad. Listen, it's coming from everywhere. I picked up a drink the other day. I was inside of the grocery store and I was buying a fruit drink. I was buying a natural fruit drink out of the grocery store. And I was reading the back of the bottle, and you know, it had that little California thing. What is it? Something 68 or something, where they tell you that it has cancer causing agents inside of it. Like it had, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? Like, seriously? A fruit drink? Y'all, it's everywhere. Okay, it's not like you don't have to inherit it anymore. It's everywhere. You got some foods allegedly that may be connected to HIV. Okay, like this stuff is getting crazy. It's just getting disrespectful out here. Okay, so we got to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves. We got to make sure that we're eating healthy. We got to make sure that, you know, we're doing what it is that we can, drinking enough water. I tell you guys, you can get a lot of water from your fruits. Okay, if you want to get the actual H2O, you can drink your bottled water, but you want to get full H2O from majority of your fruits, like watermelon. You can get it from like celery, cucumber. Now, listen, that's the thing I love about going to the farmer's market here, because you get to eat in season, right? A lot of us are eating out of season. Now, I went to the farmer's market and I'm like, you know, waiting. I was trying to catch the last batch of cucumber. So I'm like, when y'all gonna have some more cucumbers? So they was like, that's more like a summer fruit. It grows, you know, and it'll be ready for picking by the end of the summer. So cucumbers, you get to enjoy them like late summer, fall, and winter, but mid-winter is when cucumbers are done. There's no more cucumbers you're gonna get. So I'm saying to myself, now, if cucumbers are not growing right now, if y'all not growing no cucumbers because it's out of season, then what we got in the grocery store? You can buy cucumbers year round in a grocery store. And I remember back in the day when I used to go to the grocery store and I used to say, where the peaches at? And they're like, it's out of season. You know, this not the season. Remember they used to tell you that back in the day, you go looking for certain things and they'll be like, oh, it's not the season for that. Or it's not the season for this. Now it's the season for everything. Like everything is available. I don't care who you are, where you're from. I represent thugs and you ain't got to give me my props and nominate me because damn it, I love I just went there. But anywho, I don't care where you are. You know what I'm saying? You cannot go and just buy everything anytime. Like they really did used to have like, you know, really grown stuff, you guys. So that's just like, you know, that's really crazy that you could go in the grocery store and you could find everything, which lets you know. Y'all know what that let y'all know. Okay. Y'all know exactly what that lets y'all know. What does that let y'all know? That let y'all know this. That mother right there is not real. That's what y'all need to be up in the grocery store saying. This mother right here is not real. Okay. And this is why we're having the health issues that we're having. I'm dealing with so many people that are having health issues, you know, from consuming a lot of these things, because these foods are now they're having toxins. Okay. They're having, no minerals in it whatsoever. Okay. No electrolytes in the drinks, like nothing, you guys. And when it comes to those of us who are anemic, the anemia is so severe nowadays. The anemia is ridiculous, you guys. It is horrid right now. I'm so nervous. Like my iron shot is ridiculously low. I don't know how I'm still walking around. And my doctor asked me to. My doctor was like, are you okay? How are you feeling? I'm like, I'm just winging it. You know, seriously, just really winging it, you guys, because there is no, even when you eating the spinach, even when you're eating the greens, there's no nutrition in these foods. We're not getting enough nutrition. And this is why I say you need to go to your doctor and you need to get a full palate. You need to get full on blood work done, because when you go to your doctor and you have just your annual visit, there's a very limited, blood work that they do. You need to ask for a full panel. okay? A full panel, and you ask for your numbers, right? You ask for your numbers for your magnesium, for your iron, for your magnesium, your phosphate, your all of that stuff. You need to ask for those numbers, and you need to go and do your own due diligence, do the research, and see what is healthy and what is not healthy. Because a lot of times these doctors will run your panel and they'll just look for basic things and be like, oh, you're okay. And next thing you know, you go to the doctor and they're telling you you got something. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why didn't you find it? Like, I've been coming to you every year. You've been telling me I'm healthy. You know, why is it that when I start getting some symptoms, now all of a sudden I have something? You know, so that's why I say you're going to have to be your own doctor nowadays, y'all. You really, truly are. You're going to have to be your own doctor. You're going to have to know better. Right? And you're going to have to be the doctor for your kids as well. You're going to know going to need to know how to read your panel. Okay, what's considered healthy, what's considered not. Okay, doc, according to my blood panel, this is, very low. What do I need to do to get this up? Okay, and you're gonna have to, increase those numbers or decrease those numbers, because like I said, we're not getting enough nutrition via the food. And I know a lot of people like to take supplements, and I'm not trying to knock supplements. So for the supplement companies, y'all leave me alone. Okay, I'm not trying to knock supplements, but what I am saying is a lot of these supplements, you're going to have to do your own research on them as well, because a lot of these supplements, honey, you don't know what you're taking in there. If you had the time, and I know we have a busy world, okay, but you can find a trusted herbalist. I would say, see if you can find a trusted herbalist, you guys, somebody who make the pills and that actually have the actual herb in there. Because when it comes to a lot of these supplements, you guys, when you do your research, you will find that it's a lot of fillers inside of those pills. Okay, so you're probably getting like maybe 30% of the actual herb, and the rest is just products to fill it up. And then your body is only going to take like 10% of that. So it's like you popping all these pills every day for what? And you wonder why your symptoms are not going away or you're not feeling better. And here it is 3 years later, after taking these pills, you still have the same issues. A lot of you need to address the issue and stop addressing the symptoms. Okay. A lot of you, a lot of people are like, oh, well, I'm feeling depressed, or I'm feeling tired. I don't have enough energy. Right. And then you start taking all these vitamins to try to give you energy, taking B12 or, taking something to give you energy. But what we need to do is see why you don't have energy. Stop taking something for the side effect or the symptom to something else that's going on. Instead of taking B12, find out why you don't have energy. You may not have energy because you may be low on iron. Now you need to not worry about taking something for energy, but you need to take something to increase your iron, okay? And your magnesium and, all of those other things, all right? You need to really focus on how or what you can do to increase, okay, the minerals inside of your body, because 99.999% of the time, everything we experience is because there is a mineral deficiency within us somewhere, somehow, okay? Something is short, something is missing, something is, behind or lagging, and we need to address the mineral deficiency. So when you're going to your doctor, perhaps you can ask them more defined questions like, doc, what minerals am I deficient in? And if I'm deficient in those minerals, what health issues could be, experienced due to that mineral deficiency? And they can tell you, but you could also get some books and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You get some books, you could do your own research. So, all right. So that's what we're talking about in regards to foods for the soul, the need to detox, you guys. Y'all need to get, I know y'all love, going to fast food. It's okay if you want to consider, continue to eat fast food, but I would say limit yourself. Okay. Very much so limit yourself, you guys. The fast food industries, and not just fast food like Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, not just fast food like that. We're talking about a lot of these big chains. We're talking like Chili's, Olive Garden, PF Chain. Okay. A lot of these companies are not passing. Okay. When it comes to the cleanliness, when the health department is coming up in there, y'all, a lot of them are not passing. Okay. A lot of the food that they're serving us is not what it is that's on the menu. There are a lot of these food chains that are getting in trouble and that are getting lawsuits for serving things that they say it is and it isn't. A lot of your fish, okay, you think that's one fish and it's not. A lot of us, we order in these steaks, and guess what? It's not all beef. Some of it is mixed with pork. Okay, I know they have these lamb chops that are out here. Everybody, the lamb chops is a new hot thing, honey. Come to find out, that was a combination of beef, pork, and chicken with a lot of these lamb chops. No lamb in it whatsoever. No lamb in it whatsoever when they tested it for a lot of restaurants. It was a combination of beef, pork, and chicken. Okay, so even when it comes to going out to get a nice meal, going out to these restaurants, a lot of the pizza joints, the cheese has plastic. It has fillers. It has other particles in it, and a very small percentage of cheese. And did you know that when it comes to the cheese is now not all cheese? Even when you go to the grocery store and you're buying cheese, it says cheese product. It's not even cheese no more. Okay, so you have to make sure that you take on the responsibility, you guys, of doing the due diligence in your life. If you want your health to get better, if you want your life to get better, it's just time for you to step up and take a responsibility. Or you need to get with someone, maybe a mentor, if it's not myself, or giving you some spiritual candies or things of that nature. Find you a trusted, someone who's really about this life. Find you somebody who you can trust, and somebody who will help you to see results. Because one thing about spiritual candies, we will help you to see results. That's one thing I can guarantee. A lot of people say you don't guarantee nothing in life, but I do guarantee that spiritual candies will help you see some results, okay? We specialize in results over here, all right? So shout out to those of you who are on your spiritual candies journey, okay? So I really, truly appreciate it, right? Speaking of spiritual candies, before we get on into the next subject, you guys, let's talk about it. What's going on up in the shop? All right, what is it that we have, you guys? We have the Maybox, okay? So I was supposed to show y'all, you guys. So the monthly healing boxes, right? So we're giving you the body wash, the body scrub, the body spray, the body oil. You're getting that. And you get a candle, okay, for that month as well, right? So you get this entire product that you can use throughout the month to work on your frequency. The reason we have the monthly healing boxes, you guys, is because there are so many different planetary alignments and so many different, movements of energy that's happening throughout the month that a lot of us don't understand. A lot of things that you experience is not coincidental. It's because you're just not in alignment with the current frequencies. And when you're out of alignment with the frequencies, your life can go a little haywire. That's why you can have some good days, okay? You can have some weary days, all right? And some sleepless nights, okay? So when all of that is going on, it is because at some way, somehow, whatever planetary energy we're in right now, you are out of alignment with that planetary energy, and it can cause a lot of craziness. You can lose your job. You can have a flat tire. You can fall out with somebody. You can get sick. You can have insomnia. You can feel depressed. There are so many different things that can happen depending on the planetary energy and the alignment. So what happens is when you take these products with spiritual candies, we actually create our products so that you can, all right, and I'm not saying nothing crazy will happen to you, but what I am saying is if something crazy happens to you, you be like, damn, Sighren, I can't believe that happened and I ain't still shooting bricks. So we do help you to where you are able to understand what it is that is going on with you. You are able to, get some clarity on what it is that is happening, why it is happening. I think a lot of times we focus on the problem as opposed to the solution. And what Spiritual Candies does is it helps you to focus on the solution, okay, to whatever it is that you're dealing with throughout that month. People use Spiritual Candies for years, okay? I have some people who say, I cannot go without using my box, because with that energy, with you having to revert back to the way things used to be and the way life was, people are like, I appreciate the peace of mind. Some people, some spiritual companies will promise you all type of material things. You'll get more money. You'll get that new job. You'll get that love relationship. You'll get this. Spiritual Candies will definitely help you to get and sustain a peace of mind. And I think that is the most valuable thing you can have in the midst of a storm and just on your day-to-day life, is just being able to be in a position to where you can just be like, you know what? I don't know what the hell, but it'll be all right. Do you know what I'm saying? When you are able to not be moved in the midst of a storm, that is a very powerful thing. I have experienced that. And with me experiencing that, I started to say, okay, other people may want to experience this as well. And that's why I created these monthly healing boxes so that people can go through life without having all of that rah extra energy, that panic, that just depression, all of that energy that people just, it's not fair to see y'all dealing with that. And you have a choice now. Now you have something that can bring about a solution and a resolution. Okay. So shout out to each and every one of you. If you're interested, you can go over to spiritualcandies.com and you can purchase your monthly healing box. Okay. This month we're selling the May box. It comes in both full size as well as mini. Okay. And, just try it out if you have never tried it before, and change your life, right? Get your life, shall I say. So shout out to y'all. So we're going to move on to the next topic, you guys. You don't have to settle. Okay, that's what we're saying. Let me see what else it says. You don't have to settle, and signs you are emotionally unavailable. So we're going to move into the relationship aspect of the conversation. Okay. I know a lot of you are like, yay. Yay. Okay. So y'all, I got a message from someone who said, Sighren, how do you feel about dating ugly men? Right? Do you feel as if they're, it's better to date an ugly man because he's going to, and this is for women, men as well. Men, how do you feel about dating an ugly woman? Do you feel like you would date an ugly woman because she's going to really kiss your arse? Okay. Because she's going to feel like, oh my God, this is the best I can do. So, you're going to be with an ugly woman so that she can kiss your behind. Or women, you're going to deal with the ugly man because you feel like he's going to take care of you, because he's going to feel like, oh my God, you guys, listen, to me, it is giving Fiona and Shrek, okay? I don't ever feel like you have to settle for anybody who's ugly, okay? And when I say ugly, it just means that they just are not for you. They may not look the best to you. Somebody else may think that they are handsome or beautiful, but you don't feel like they are handsome and beautiful. And I personally feel like you should go after whatever it is that you want, okay? I don't feel like you should have to settle. That is giving very low vibrational. That is giving very depressed. It's giving very sad that, here is somebody who you're going to be maybe even falling in love with and maybe even marrying, and then you're going to marry somebody who you think is ugly. Like, that gives mental health right there. That is giving somebody who is really sick in the head, right? That you hate yourself, that you will settle for somebody that you're not in love with. Marriage is supposed to be about love, right? And a lot of people say, oh, they marry for money, but the person who they marry, like, are they ugly, or, are you not attracted to them at all? This is why I say it gives Fiona and Shrek. Now let's talk about Fiona and Shrek, okay? Remember, Fiona was up in the castle, right? And she was waiting on her Prince Charming. She was going to sit there forever because she wanted her Prince Charming to come get her. But Shrek showed up, the ogre. Shrek showed up, and he was the one who saved her, right? And she was pissed off. She was mad that he rescued her because she felt he was ugly. She felt he was an ogre. She felt he was mean. She felt he was just nasty and stank and all of that. And remember what happened? Shrek put it on. She ended up falling in love with Shrek, right? But she was pissed off that her Prince Charming did not save her, but she ended up falling in love with Shrek. But at the end of the day, Fiona had some sort of resentment, right? She had some sort of regret because she wanted that handsome Prince Charming to save her, and she felt disrespected. She felt sad. She felt abandoned by Prince Charming. She felt like, why didn't he come save me? So she fell into the arms of Shrek. And what happened to her? She became an ogre too, meaning she settled for this ugly thing. She settled for this ugly man. You know what I'm saying? Because she felt abandoned by her Prince Charming. So she fell into the arms of this ogre, and she became an ogre too. Next thing you know, she had his damn babies. Okay, she had a choice. Remember, Fiona was beautiful. Fiona was a princess. She was sexy. She was gorgeous. And it was her heart. It was the darkness around her heart. I feel like when Fiona got with Shrek, she lowered her standards and she became a damn ogre. Okay. And I feel like anybody who lowers their standards to be with a man or a significant other, you're going to become the ogre. You're going to become that ugly version of you. You will never be happy because you're not choosing happiness when it comes to love. I feel like if you're saying, I'm going to choose ugly men because I don't feel like I am emotionally strong enough to deal with a cute guy. Maybe you're somebody who's been hurt by a cute guy. So you're like, you know what? I'm just going to deal with ugly men because I feel like, I don't have to work as hard. And, I feel like things come a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what type of woman that is. And I would hope that I would not die and come back that type of woman to where I feel like I don't care how cute he is, honey, I'm going to get it. No man is a challenge for me. Okay. Pretty boy, I've had them all. Okay. I've dated those pretty boy type of guys and I still got what I wanted. And I still dipped when I was ready to. So I just don't understand when you guys say, Sighren, how do you feel about dating ugly men or I just don't, why? That is just so, this is when you know you are emotionally unavailable or either your mental health is through the floor, okay? Like self-love is just non-existent when it comes to you, that you feel like you got to settle for somebody that you don't like, that you really truly don't like. Now, you guys are asking me about ugly men and you guys are asking me about older men, okay? Oh, God. I am a person, I'm a love girl. I'm all for love, okay? I love love. Now, when it comes to an older guy, I don't feel like you should be dating, married to no old person, right? I feel like maybe an 8-year age difference is more than enough. When they 10, 15, now we're looking at, a whole different ball game, all right? Not to marry them. Maybe if you're going to date a guy who's older like that, you get in and get out. You get in, okay? Maybe he has some wisdom for you. Maybe he got a nice little coin for you. He gonna spend it on you. But to take that seriously and to marry into that, he's gonna dry up before you even get started. If he's 20 years older than you just really sitting around waiting on him to die. You finna spend how many years of your life withering away? By the time he died, you probably gonna be too damn old to even want to start over or do anything. I just don't feel like those are relationships, okay? Those may be, having fun or something, but when a guy is 20 years, that's too big of an age gap for you to, settle into that. Something ain't right there, you guys. That's giving daddy issues. That's giving, daddy was in there. You know what I'm saying? That's giving some serious daddy issues, you guys. That's giving some serious inner child issues. I just don't know about dating. If you're dating, I mean having fun with, but to actually make that a long-term relationship, no. Sighren is not for that. That is giving, I hate myself. I'm just going to stay in this connection. You know what I'm saying? And marry this daddy. Don't torture yourself like that. Love yourself a lot more and, choose somebody who's a little bit closer, you guys, because when you're talking about love, now, if you don't love yourself, you're not going to love your significant other. Okay, you're not going to be in love with your significant other. You're not going to care if he cheats on you. That is the craziest thing to say. I don't care if my husband cheats on me. Y'all, this is screaming, I need therapy. Okay, this is screaming, I don't know how to love, or maybe feeling abandoned or maybe hurt in previous relationships to where you have shut your heart down. If y'all don't care if y'all man cheat, your husband, okay, now if it's your boyfriend, your bae, your girl, I'm saying, that's one thing. But y'all know I'm talking to the married folk who's like, oh, I don't care if my significant other cheats. It's giving hard up. Okay, it's really giving hard up. It's giving I don't care if this man disrespect me. I don't care if this man, treats me like crap. I don't care. Where is the love? Where is the self-love? It's giving, I hate myself. I hate my life. And I will hope that you guys aren't taking advice from somebody, one who's dating an old grandpa, okay, or married to an old grandpa, right? And somebody else who is married to an ugly, like they're bringing you down in public. When you go out, everybody is looking at him like, oh, he must be the man. But the women looking at you like, well, she's a damn fool. Girl, what you doing with that damn ogre? Why are you with that ogre? Now you're Fiona. You're giving Fiona. You're settling for less. You hate yourself. And now you're looking ugly just like him. So no, I do not support going after no ugly man, and it's not that serious, honey. There are handsome men out there, men that you are attracted to that will definitely love you and give you the life that you deserve. Why would you have to take, that's like the bottom feeder energy. Like, how desperate do you have to be to want to shop at the bottom for a mate? And then if you marry him, so I'm sorry, y'all. Sighren is only just going to tell you how Sighren feel, okay? How I am. I think my husband is so handsome, okay? I don't have a problem telling him that he's handsome because he is. And maybe somebody who's dealing with an ugly man don't know how to say, oh, baby, you're so handsome. Because they can't say that. Maybe they've never experienced, being with a man who is very attractive, who is very sexy, who is, just very charming. Maybe they're not used to that. Maybe you're not used to that. So you have a hard time saying to your man, oh, you're so handsome, because he's not. He's butt ugly and you know it, right? So y'all, please do not lower your standards. Do not settle. You don't have to settle. You can find everything you want in a relationship. You can have everything you want in a relationship. You don't have to settle for no old man, especially if he's over, I would say 8, 9 years. Like if he's 9, 10 years, oh, that's too much of an age gap, you guys. I mean, it's just when you're looking at today's society, you know what I'm saying? Now, by the time you get in your 30s and he's 50, like you're 20 and he's 40. By the time you get 30 in your prime of your years, you already at doctor's appointment after doctor appointment. You rubbing Ben Gay on his damn knees and his back. You know what I'm saying? He's probably getting checked for 50 million health issues, and now you're having to deal with somebody who's having all of these major health issues. Like, that's not the type of wife you want to be in your 30s. That's not fair to you. He should have a woman who he has enjoyed, life with, and she understands. Because a 30-something-year-old wife, while you in your 50s or you 60, you in your 60, and she in her early 40s, she 40, 41, she's still in the prime of her years. And he about on his way out, possibly. Y'all, don't torture yourself like that. Don't torture. It's not fun. Don't torture yourself like that. It's not that serious. You want to be with somebody that you can really enjoy life with, that you can really experience life with. When he's already 20 years ahead of you, he has so much more experience. You got to try to catch up. So now you got to speed through all your years because you got to catch up with him where he at. Everything you want to do, he probably done been there, done that. I just don't think you guys should lower your standards like that. I don't think you should settle for no old grumpy man who's way older than you. I don't care what he got. I don't care what he has to offer. That is like sugar daddy. You know what I'm saying? He's giving sugar daddy vibes. That's it. You don't marry the sugar daddy. Absolutely not. Okay? Because the minute you become the wife, the sugar dries up. Now he's going to find him another sugar baby while you the wife. Okay? So you want to make sure that you keep an old man in sugar daddy lane. That is not marriage material. Okay? Remember, who was that? What's his name? The guy who used to, oh God, what's that guy named, y'all, who used to tell the women that they too old and all this stuff? I don't think that about women, but I do think a guy, an age gap that's very much so different. I don't think anything is wrong with an older man. I think he needs to find a woman that is in a certain age bracket that he can really relate to. Okay, and when you're an older guy and you're in your 60s, you need a mature woman. You need a mature wife. You need a wife who knows how to talk to the doctors. You need a wife who knows how to schedule your appointments. You need a wife who's going to be there to, sign off on your paperwork while you're getting your colonoscopy. And, you know what I'm saying? You need a wife that's going to be able to do all of those things, who's going to be available to do all of those things. Right? You don't need no little young tenderoni. You called, she at her cousin's house. You got to have a colonoscopy and you can't because you ain't got nobody to take you home because your wife out there with her cousin. Come on now. That makes absolutely no sense. And as an older, mature man, I wouldn't want no little young tenderoni, as a wife when you get to that phase in life. You really need somebody who is very much so mature, someone who can cook you some healthy meals, someone who, going through what you get, because your wife's still young. She can still eat Chick-fil-A. You coming home from work and she got some damn Chick-fil-A on the damn table for you. She got you a 4-count meal. You can't eat that type of stuff. She don't understand that yet. She's like, we finna eat it out. So we finna go. You know what I'm saying? She still wants to drink all type of alcohol. You probably can't do that because you're probably on some type of blood pressure medicine or some type of medication, and you can't do those type of things. So even as a man, don't torture yourself. You need to find you a woman who is very much so mature. Now, if you're a man and you got a little coin, honey, and you're looking for a little sugar baby, go out and get her. But don't try to marry her because, see, now that money probably done ran out, or that sugar, you getting tired of giving her that sugar. Now you want to lock her down. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to lock her down, and that way you get to keep her on. And you ain't got to give her that sugar no more. See, that's what happens with a lot of women. So they start with these men and it be a sugar daddy. He be taking care of them. He's older. He's more mature. He done ran all type of game to your ass. Now he done locked you down either with a baby or he done married you or something. And that sugar done ran out, baby. Now you having to make your own money. Either you have to get a job or maybe you have to create a business. You know what I'm saying? To where now you got to pay for your own lifestyle because he's no longer paying for it. Don't think we don't know, right? We know. We know. We understand. The mature women, we get it. We understand. We know what's really going on. The young women may still think, oh, yeah, it's all about getting a sugar daddy and he going to give you that sugar. Child, he going to give you that sugar what? For how long? That sugar been stopped paying. He's been stopped pouring that sugar out, So, yes, I just really feel like when it comes to love, y'all, you don't have to settle. Don't ever settle, okay? If you feel like you have to settle into those type of relationships, get some help. Get you some, some self-esteem, y'all. We're going to be doing a test, okay, figuring out where you are as far as your self-love and your self-esteem and your confidence and things of that nature, you guys. We're going to be doing our first, okay, of many free seminars, you guys, where we're all just going to come together, whoever wants to join and come in, and we're going to have discussions about how to recognize certain habits about us, how to recognize self-sabotage, how to recognize, fake friends, how to recognize low energies, how to, eat healthy and all of that stuff, really coming together and getting more critical information. Okay. Like I say, this is based upon the Spiritual Candies missions where we're going to be, providing these type of services for people, out here who are in need of them, y'all. We're doing everything that we can to make this world a better place, okay? For you and for me and the entire human race, all right? We're doing everything that we can. So shout out to y'all. All right. I think that's going to be about it, you guys. We're going to come back on here Monday. Don't forget, if you guys have any questions, y'all can always message me. You can message me at goddesssiren@gmail.com. You guys, Goddess Sighren. So that's 3 S's in the middle. Okay. goddesssiren@gmail.com. All right. Because a lot of you were saying you didn't see my email. You didn't see nothing and you messaged me and I'm not responding to your messages. I don't get your messages. I don't know what YouTube did. I think they done, turned off my messages or something. I'm not sure, but I don't get the messages, y'all. So please excusez-moi, but thank you to everybody who has reached out to me via email with your questions or your concerns or things that you, wanted to know. I'm definitely going to make sure that I continue to do everything that I can, y'all. Okay. We here. It's the new year. Okay. We just entered 2026. All right. We are in the new of the year, y'all. So I'm looking forward to growing. I'm looking forward to evolving, and I'm looking forward forward to coming a better, version of myself. So I'm definitely going to share that with you guys, and we'll grow and evolve together. All right. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I will see y'all on the next one. Bye, y'all.